uniforms tonight. I like that short trip to the gymnasium tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of nice after last week, wasn't it? And no snow either.
No snow. Okay, Brent Brede will jump center for the Warriors. And Bush will go for the Bulldogs. Brent, with that excellent vertical jump of his, ought to have no trouble with this tip. And he controls. Mike Brink comes away with it for the Warriors. Okay, Paul Lusk right side at the three-point line, cross court to Mike Brink. Mike brings it out on top, now to Matt Fridley. Now Brent Brede on top, drives in, puts up a 15-foot jumper, no good. And Waterloo comes away with the rebound. Hefner for the Bulldogs calls out a play. Maurer right side on the dribble. Passes the ball off. Ball is stolen away. Donny Madenwald comes away with it. Warriors come down quickly. Paul Lusk on the dribble. 15-foot jumper. Good! Paul Lusk. And the Goose starts us off. And here's a whistle and a foul on Mike Brink, as we have a collision down in the corner in front of us here. And Waterloo will inbound the ball once again as the Warriors go full court. Davis left side. Now the ball comes to Maurer. There's about an 18-foot jumper, no good. Donny Madenwald with the rebound for the Warriors. Paul Lusk on the dribble. 15-foot jumper off the glass and in. Another deuce for the Goose. 4-zip. Warriors on top. 6.5 remaining in the first quarter. Now Hefner for the Bulldogs, way out in front. On the dribble.
You get the impression, Tom, that the Bulldogs don't want to get in a run-and-gun game with the Warriors.
I was thinking the same thing. Okay, here's a shot, no good. Brede with the rebound, quick outlet pass to Matt Fridley. Comes down, dumps it inside to Goose on the alley-oop, and in. Excellent play by Matt Fridley.
Good control by Goose Lusk there, too, on that play.
Okay, that makes the score 6-0. Warriors on top. Hefner out on top, goes right side to Maurer, or to Davis. And there's a three-pointer by Hefner with 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Paul Lusk on the dribble, cross court. Baseline to Matt Fridley, shot no good. Waterloo comes away with the rebound. Warriors lead at 6-3. And they're really playing a slow tempo. There's a shot no good by Waterloo. Rebound by Davis is put up and in. Makes the score 6-5. Here's a quick pass down court. Paul Lusk takes a 15-foot jumper, no good. Madenwald with the rebound, goes inside, whistle and a foul. And Madenwald will go to the line to shoot a pair. Warriors want to play their usual run-and-gun game, and I think Waterloo knows they just can't keep up with them tonight, so they're going to have to try to slow it down every chance they get.
Well, I'm just totally amazed at the physical conditioning of these guys, Tom. They could push the ball up and down the court all night, and they're still going strong at the end of the game.
And we saw that last week after 4 consecutive games on 4 consecutive nights, and the Warriors looked as strong the last night as they did the first. And at this point in the season, that's a real good sign. Okay, Madenwald hits the second, makes the score 7-5 Wesclin. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Okay, Hefner brings the ball across for the Bulldogs. On the dribble, works against Mike Brink. Maurer right side. Out of Bush, way out on top. Weiss with the ball to Hefner. And the Warriors are all over him. And that defense is really packed in tight. Bulldogs not able to get a clean shot off yet here. Okay, here's a three-point attempt. And it's good by Hefner. That's his second. And that gives Waterloo an 8-7 advantage. Down to 4:09 remaining in the first quarter. Okay, here's Paul Lusk on the dribble. Drives in, puts one off the glass, and good, and a whistle. The basket will count. And that foul goes against Hefner, the three-point shooter for the Bulldogs. He has 6 of Waterloo's 8 early points. Warriors up by 1 now, 9-8. Lusk at the line to shoot one, and he hits it. 10-8 Warriors. Bulldogs come down quickly. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on Matt Fridley as he tried to go for the steal and got whistled for the personal. Down to 3:55 remaining in the first quarter. Warriors up by 2. Maurer for the Bulldogs out on top. Now Weiss on the dribble to Hefner. Davis comes out to Maurer once again. Now Hefner, the three-point shooter, directing traffic. And Maurer loses his footing, but Hefner recovers the ball for the Bulldogs.
Warriors are working extremely hard on defense out there, Dom.
And there's a three-pointer by Maurer. And once again, that gives the Bulldogs a 1-point advantage, 11-10. And we're going to have a double dribble call against Mike Brink. I missed that one. I turned my head for a second.
I think it come off his leg.
Okay, we're down to 3 minutes remaining. Warriors trail by 1. Warriors are playing some tough D, but the Waterloo boys are hitting those outside shots. Okay, here's a shot, no good. Matt Fridley with the rebound. Quickly up court to Brent Brede. Brent on the dribble, comes in, 10-foot jumper. Good, Brent Brede. That puts the Warriors up by 1, 12-11. 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. And here's Hefner, dumps the ball inside to Bush, puts one up off the glass and good. And the lead changes hands once again. 13-12 Waterloo. Paul Lusk for 3, it's going to be short. Waterloo with the rebound. And at this point, Waterloo seems to be playing their game, Joe. And here's a near steal by Lusk. Waterloo regains the ball. Bush works against Fridley. Now to Hefner. Weiss at the three-point line. Maurer comes in, has the ball batted away. Matt Fridley recovers, gets it off to Mike Brink, pushes it up the floor to Donny Madenwald in the paint. Short jumper, good. Donny Madenwald for 2. And that puts the Warriors up 14-13 with 1:40 remaining in the quarter. Real tight D by the Warriors. Ball's dumped inside to Weiss, and he puts it off the glass for 2. 15-14 Waterloo. There's Matt Fridley for 3. Can it! That's 3 for Matt Fridley, long distance. And Waterloo gets the ball across the center line. Hefner drives in, dumps the ball off to Davis. He comes back out to Hefner with it. Now left side to Maurer, and he's going to be called for the travel. We're going to have some replacements coming in for both sides. Kastner for the Bulldogs. And Chad Deiters and Matt Brandmeyer check in for the Warriors. As Donny Madenwald and Brent Brede get a breather. Warriors up by 2 with 45 remaining in the first quarter. There's Paul Lusk, dumps the ball underneath the Deiters. Has it slapped away, regains it. Out to Mike Brink. Right side to Matt Fridley, 19-footer, no good. Loose ball, Matt Brandmeyer comes away with it. Goes baseline, puts one up off the glass, no good. Loose ball, and Waterloo comes away with it. Runs us down to 22. Warriors up by 2. Jay Kastner with the ball.
10 seconds left in the quarter, Tom.
Comes around to Weiss, now Hefner. In the corner to Davis. Hefner with the ball, we're down to 2. He's going to have to let her go. Shot is no good. And that'll end the first quarter with a score 17-15. Warriors up by 2. Look like at this point the officials are going to let him play just a little bit tonight, Joe.
Yeah, when they're running through all them screens and all that, and when the Warriors went back into that man-to-man defense, Waterloo quickly started jamming it in down there and started running them back and forth through the switches there, and a lot of pick and roll and swinging the ball around. And it's going to get physical, and they can't call everything when that's going on. It just makes it very tough, though, to try to fight through those picks and everything.
Okay, we're ready to begin the second quarter. Warriors up by 2. They'll start the second quarter with Brandmeyer, Brink, Fridley, Lusk, and Brede on the floor. Mauer has the ball batted away by Brent Brede.
It's showtime, buddy.
Here he comes. And a stuffed Brent Brede. Like those high percentage shots. That gets the crowd fired up a little bit. Here's a ball batted away by Brede, recovered by Brink. He drives in, dumps the ball off to Lusk. Turnaround jumper at the baseline. Good, a whistle and a foul. And the basket will count. Yes. And looks like Goose might have been shaken up a little bit. That pushes the score to 21-15. Warriors up by 6. I think maybe he had the wind knocked out of him a little bit, Joe.
Well, he was undercut when he went up for the shot. Kastner backed in under him, trying to block him off, and just got under him. I think he took his feet out from under him.
Give you a little case of the bends. Pretty impressive aerial routine by the Wesclin cheerleaders, Joe.
Yeah, it really surprises you when you're looking down at your score sheet here and you look up and see that gal falling over there.
Okay, we're at 21-15. Paul Lusk will go to the line to shoot one.
I think that was after the shot. It'll probably be out of bounds to the Warriors.
Well, we like that even better. Okay, the Warriors will inbound. Matt Fridley gets it into Brent Brede, now to Paul Lusk. Drives the baseline, gets cut off, and he steps on the end line, and the ball will go over to the Waterloo Bulldogs. Warriors up by 6 as the Bulldogs work the ball. Mauer against Brede, takes a three-pointer. No good. And Mike Brink rips down and rebound. Long cross-court pass to Paul Lusk. Drives in, one up off the glass and in heavy traffic. 2 for Lusk, 23-15. Puts the Warrior lead at 8. We're down to 6:50 remaining in the half. Okay, ball comes out on top to Kastner for the Bulldogs. Davis, long cross-court pass to Maurer. Okay, here's Hefner with a long one, no good. Matt Fridley with the rebound. He's got Mike Brink at the other end. And Mike comes down with the ball, puts it up and in off the glass. Good look by Matt Fridley. Mike Brink for two, 25-15. 10-point lead for the Warriors. And Matt Brandmeyer deflects a pass off of a Waterloo player, and it'll come back to the Warriors again. As Donny Madenwald checks in. Mike Brink's going to get a breather. Got to remind everybody also the Warriors haven't had a game for a week. And that 7-day layoff is not the easiest thing to handle. Here's Paul Lusk for three. No good. Brent Brede with the rebound. Goes baseline, turnaround jumper, no good. Loose ball, Madenwald with it, puts it up off the glass and in. Donny Madenwald for two. 27-15.
Warriors are working real hard on the boards down there too, Tom.
That offensive end in particular. Okay, Bush works against Fridley, gets it off to Hefner. Takes a shot, hands it off to Maurer. 18-footer, good! Just inside the three-point line, makes the score 27-17. 5:30 remaining in the half. Matt Fridley way out on top. Dumps the ball inside to Brandmeyer, has it slapped away. Fridley recovers now to Brede. Fakes the three-pointer, drives baseline. Two! Brent Brede. 29-17, Warriors by a dozen. I think they better get it across. Okay. Hefner to Kastner. Now the ball comes to Bush. Left side to Maurer. Now Kastner puts up an 18-footer, no good. Waterloo comes away with the rebound. And here's Paul Lusk with a steal. Drives up underneath, puts the ball up off the glass, no good. Waterloo gets the rebound. 4:35 remaining in the half. Warriors up 29-17. Maurer works against Brede. Now to Davis for a three-pointer. Count it. And Coach Lusk wants a timeout. Apparently sees something he doesn't like. And we stand at 29-20 with 4:20 left in the half.
Appears the Warriors are working real hard, fighting through those picks and trying to pick up the man coming out the other side and keep from getting screened out. But boy, that's got to wear you out, just wear you out trying to get through there all the time, Tom. That those screens and trying to get through them and you're having to push off and that just really wears you out.
I'd also mention tonight we once again have a packed house here at Wesclin High School. Speaks well of the basketball fans in the area. Okay, the Warriors are inbound. We get back to action here. Mike Brink on the dribble. Matt Fridley right side. Now Brent Brede out on top. Passes off to Mike Brink. Mike fakes a shot. Goes in now, pulls it back out. Now to Matt Fridley. Deep in the corner. Matt dumps it inside to Brent Brede. Brent gets away from his man. Up off the glass and in for two. Nice move by Brede.
Good strong move. Brent really got up on that one, didn't he?
Right there, I thought he was going to jam her. 31-30. We're down to 3:45 remaining. And the Bulldogs with a lot of movement. Ball comes inside to Weiss. And Brent Brede's going to draw a foul on that contact. A little more like a bear hug. 3:22 left in the half. Warriors up by 11, 31-20. Bulldogs inbound under their own basket. And the ball comes into Hefner. Hefner on the dribble in the paint. Jumps one underneath. Shot is up good and a whistle and a foul. And Weiss will get the bucket and go to the line. Paul Lusk checks back into the lineup for the Warriors. And Matt Fridley will get a breather. Okay, the free throw is no good. Brent Brede with the rebound, fires down court quickly. Mike Brink dumps it off to Donny Madenwald. Now back to Brink inside to Brandmeyer. Turnaround jumper. Count it! Matt Brandmeyer for two. 33-22. Warriors by 11. Ball's batted away by Lusk. Brink comes away with it, puts up a 16-footer, no good. And we have a whistle on the foul on the rebound, and that whistle will go, I believe, against Paul Lusk of the Warriors. And that'll be Paul's first personal. Down to 2:50 remaining in the half. Davis will be at the line for the Bulldogs. And he hits the first, so he'll get the bonus. Second one on the way is good also. 33-24. Warriors by 9. 2:45 remaining in the half. Here's Paul Lusk on the far left side. To Mike Brink, now to Brent Brede. Drives baseline, puts up about a 12-footer. In and out, no good. Lusk with the rebound. Puts it up off the glass, no good. Lusk with the tip, no good. And Waterloo comes away with the rebound. Hefner on the dribble for the Bulldogs. Now Weiss dumps the ball inside to Davis. Short jumper, no good. Rebound comes off to Bush. He bounces it off the glass and in. That makes the score 33-26. Warriors by 7. Okay, Brent Brede tries to get the ball inside to Lusk. It's batted away, and Waterloo will take over. Hefner brings the ball up slowly for the Bulldogs. Now to Maurer in the corner. Ball comes left side to Weiss, whatever. Now to Hefner, fakes the three-pointer, drives in against Mike Brink, and Mike's going to be called for the foul before the shot as Matt Fridley checks in for Matt Brandmeyer. And Hefner will go to the line for the Bulldogs to shoot 1-and-1.
Might add right here, Tom, that at halftime we're going to have ticket information for the Flora and the Modern Day Shootout, so everybody needs to be waiting for that too.
Have you heard anything from John Fridley about the Nashville ticket setup yet?
Well, anybody that needs any information could probably ask John. He knows a lot about getting tickets down there at the Nashville tournament.
Well, you got to go with experience.
Doesn't he personally know the school supervisor down there?
Very well, I'm told, yes. Okay, we're at 33-28 after those free throws. Warriors up by just 5. Here's Brent Brede for 3, no good. And Waterloo comes away with another rebound. And the Warriors offense looks a little flat all of a sudden, Joe. Okay, ball's batted away by Madenwald. Bush recovers, puts out the jumper, rejected. And the ball goes out of bounds and will come over to the Warriors. Down to 55 seconds remaining in the half. Warriors up by 5. Mike Brink on the dribble. Comes down, pops for 3, short. Lusk bats it over to Brede, who puts up the jumper. Good, Brent Brede. Just under 40 seconds remaining in the half. Warriors up 35-28. Maurer on the dribble for the Bulldogs. Down to 25. Now gets the ball to Hefner. Now Maurer way out on top. We're down to 14. And Brent Brede comes away with an errant pass, gets it off to Matt Fridley. Matt lays it up off the glass for 2 with 3 seconds remaining, and that'll run out the half. With some good defense by the Warriors.
To announce the winners of the cake raffle. The winner of cake number 1 is Terry Frankovich. Terry Frankovich. The winner of cake number 2 is Dottie Rensing. Dottie Rensing.
Okay, our score at halftime stands 37-28. Warriors up by 9. And
if I can have your attention, please, we'd like you to remain seated for another few minutes. The Wesclin Pom-Pom Squad would now like to perform a body rock routine to the song Trouble.
And you heard that announcement. We're about to be entertained once again by the Wesclin Pom-Pom Squad. Very popular here with the fans, and we'll let them take over. Okay, Joe, if you got some halftime stats for us.
Well, statistics so far in the first half in this low-scoring game. I got Lusk with 13, Brede with 10, Brink with 2, Fridley with 5, Brandmeyer with 2, and Madenwald with 5 for the Warriors. For the Bulldogs, I got Hefner with 8, Maurer with 5, Weiss with 4, Davis with 5, and Bush with 2 for a 37-28 Warrior halftime lead. As far as fouls go, Fridley has 2, Brink has 2, Brent Brede has 1, and Paul Lusk has 1. As far as the Bulldogs go, I've got Kastner with 1, Maurer with 1, and Hefner with 1. They only committed 3 fouls at first half. That's why Warriors never got to the free throw line. So they could really tighten up on their defense against us in the second half and probably not get in too much foul trouble.
And you have some ticket information for us, I believe.
Yes, I do. First off, we play the first game in the Nashville Invitational Tournament, the mini NIT they call it. And we play on Monday night at Nashville, January 17th. And you have to get the tickets there at Nashville Gymnasium. We don't, they don't send tickets out to the schools for early sales. Now, if they did it the way they did last year, they'll have the sections marked off for the schools. and you can go in and buy tickets in the section where your school's sitting. So that shouldn't be a real problem there, especially the first night we play New Athens down there about getting a ticket. Everybody will be issued certain sections for their tickets. And if there's no tickets left in your section, last year they would move you into another section, preferably as close to your section as they could be. Now also, for the Mater Dei shootout, tickets are going to be on sale at the senior high school office during the week of January 30th through February 3rd from 8 to 4 every day, and there's a limit of 2 tickets per adult that will be sold at that time. So remember, for the Mater Dei shootout, it's January 30th through February 3rd. Okay, then for the Flora shootout, the tickets will be on sale at the next 2 home ball games. That's January 10th and January 13th. You can buy them at those 2 home games. And they'll also be on sale during the week, and that is the week of January 23rd to 27th, 8 to 4, here at the high school, senior high school office. And also there's a limit of 2 tickets per adult at that sales also.
And also, as far as those games being televised, at this point we don't know if the facilities are going to be available. We'll check that out and try to let that be known in the next week or so.
I guess that depends on whether we get in line to get our tickets also.
Right.
But the Mater Dei shootout, we're going to be playing against Assumption. Assumption didn't show up in the state rankings, but I think they should have been there. They kind of ran into a buzzsaw over there against Glenwood Chatham. And also, in the Flora shootout, we're going to be playing against Cairo, or Cairo, however you want to say it. So they're going to be traveling a long ways to be playing up there at Flora. But we'll be pitted against 2 very strong teams. So the Warriors get a chance to show just how good they really are, but it's going to take a lot of intensity on their part to make good showings in those games.
And also, this coming Tuesday night, we'll play Highland here at Wesclin, and then the next Friday, a week from tonight, we'll be playing our local rival Oakville, which is usually a guaranteed packed house. And then following those 2 games, we'll go directly to the Nashville tournament the following week, which I don't think a lot of folks know just how tough that tournament might turn out to be, Joe.
Well, in our bracket, we drew New Athens, and the other half of our bracket is Nashville and Woodlawn. So if we get past New Athens, we're bound to draw a strong opponent in that next game.
I've heard some pretty good things about the Woodlawn Ball Club, and then of course Nashville will have the home team advantage, and after we've already beaten them in the season opener this year, they're going to be really fired up looking for us too. So either way, that second game at Nashville is going to prove to be very tough to get into the final.
And in the other half of the tournament bracket, Mater Dei is playing with Schulte, and Freeburg is playing against, I believe it's Waltonville, isn't it, Tom?
Yes.
So there ought to be some very interesting basketball games down there to watch.
Something else a lot of folks keep their eye on, especially in the Nashville tournament, is whether or not there could be a matchup against the Warriors and the Mater Dei Knights, which is quite a rivalry also. So time will tell about that. And the only way that game could come about, I believe, would be in the final, in the tournament final itself. And the Mater Dei Knights will have kind of a tough road also. So the 2 teams that make the final will have earned their way in very well.
You got to admit, too, that I think Mater Dei is a little stronger team than their record shows. They've played some 2A schools. We went over and saw them play against the East beginning of the season. And that sometimes that can be deceptive, is just how strong your team is.
Well, that night Belleville East handled them fairly well, but then Mater Dei came back the next night and handled O'Fallon fairly easily, which says a little bit too. But like you say, when you play against the 2A schools, there does tend to be a difference. It's not always the same game. And these schools are drawing from a lot larger enrollment to get their team together from also. We're a little over a minute away from basketball again. Once again, the Warriors are up 37-28. In a little bit slower paced game than we're used to normally seeing the Warriors play.
Crowd's filing back in. We got about 40 seconds left before the start of the second half.
And for the second half, the Warriors will have Mike Brink, Brent Brede, Paul Lusk, Donny Madenwald, and Matt Fridley on the floor. I just noticed that haircut of Matt Fridley's. They cut it pretty close on the top, don't they?
Yeah, it's kind of got a hole up there, doesn't it? Wonder if that'll grow back or not. Think we ought to ask Matt about that?
I think we ought to, because we better warn him, because ours didn't.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to be like us, you think?
Well, you never know.
I think he can do better than that, don't you?
We're back underway, dodging the last question. Matt Fridley with the ball. Out on top to Brent Brede. Brent gets the ball off to Lusk. Dumps it to Mike Brink at the three-point line. Now to Matt Fridley in the corner. Now Brent Brede on the dribble. Dumps it back to Fridley on the baseline. Fakes, turnaround jumper. No good. Waterloo with the rebound. It seems like we're seeing a little bit of different type of movement from the Warrior offense tonight. Okay. Waterloo with the ball. They trail by 9 early in the third quarter. And a whistle and a travel, as they almost got away with that backdoor pass. And the ball will come back over to the Warriors. And Paul Lusk will bring it up for the Warriors. Ball goes right side. Out on top to Mike Brink. Now Brent Brede dumps it underneath the bat to Lusk. Not a bad shot. Off the glass and in for Goose. And that play was set up very well. Okay, Waterloo works against the press. And they get the ball across the center line. 39-28, Warriors by 11. 6:45 remaining in the third quarter. And the Warriors are just tough on defense as Paul Lusk almost steals a pass. Now pass goes in the middle, shot is up, no good. And a whistle and a jump ball. And on the alternate possession, the Bulldogs will retain possession. 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. Hefner way out on top to Maurer, fakes a three-pointer, comes in, puts one up from 14, no good. Waterloo gets the rebound, loose ball. And the ball will go back to Waterloo as Matt Fridley checks back in. And Donny Madenwald will get a break. (39-28), Warriors up by 11. Maurer on the dribble. Now to Hefner. Works against Mike Brink. And Mike's been all over him tonight. Weiss with the ball over his head, gets it out to Hefner, takes a 15-foot jumper. No good. Loose ball, Matt Fridley comes away with it. Long pass down to Mike Brink. Mike gets it over to Paul Lusk, off the glass, no good. Lusk with the rebound, off the glass again, no good. Lusk another rebound and a whistle. And the Warriors will inbound under their own basket. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Lusk with the ball. Off to Mike Brink. Mike fakes a three-pointer. Now Matt Fridley, 17-footer. In and out, no good. Brandmeyer with the rebound. Puts it up, good. And the basket will count and a foul. I thought he got fouled twice before that, too. Okay, Brandmeyer will be at the line. That makes the score 41-28 with 5:30 remaining in the third quarter. Brandmeyer shot on the way. Count it. That pushes the lead to 14. And some hard defensive work by Matt Fridley as he knocks the ball out of bounds, and it'll come back over to Waterloo. Here's a long pass the length of the court, and it goes off the Waterloo player, and we'll come back over to the Warriors. And Paul Lusk brings it down for the Warriors. Left side to Mike Brink. Mike pops for three. No good. Waterloo with the rebound. Warriors just a little cold here in the second half. Okay, Hefner works against Brink. Left side to Maurer. Now to Weiss on top. Ball comes around to Davis. Dumps the ball inside. Batted away by Brandmeyer. Good hands.
The Warriors are a little cold right now, Tom, but they just got to keep working on defense. It'll come around.
Warriors showing a lot of hustle on the defensive end all night tonight. Hefner out on top. Directs a little traffic now on the dribble. Off to Maurer. Now Bush gets the ball inside to Maurer, has it batted away but gets it back. On the dribble, into the paint, puts up a short jumper, good! Warriors get the ball down quickly. Here's Lusk with a 17-footer, cans it! Makes the score 44-30. Lusk bats the ball away. Warriors playing some really tenacious defense now. Going all out. 4:25 remaining in the third quarter. Warriors up by 14. Weiss with the ball for the Bulldogs. Holds the ball over his head now on the dribble. Gets it off to Hefner. Dumps it inside to Bush. Puts up the shot. And we're going to have a charge against Bush as he ducked into his man. And the ball will come back over to the Warriors as Donny Madenwald checks in. Mike Brink will get a little breather. 44-30, 4:09 remaining in the third quarter. Warriors up by 14. As the Goose brings the ball up. Behind the back dribble. Dumps the ball baseline to Matt Fridley. Puts up a short jumper. In and out. No good. And a whistle and a foul on Lusk. And Matt's had tough luck a couple of those in and outs. Okay, that's Lusk's second personal.
Yeah, I think that weak layoff's showing up a little bit, Tom.
And that's got to make it come out just a little flat, I think. And Matt Fridley kicks the ball out of bounds and will come back to Waterloo.
And they did play some kind of a game against Florida, didn't they?
Ooh. One of the Warriors' better outings of the year is they defeated the Florida team, which was seated above them in the tournament. Okay, here's Hefner for the Bulldogs. Gets the ball baseline to Davis. Works against Fridley. Mr. D. Now Kastner, who's in the ball game on the dribble. Gets the ball off to Hefner. Ball batted away by Brede. Now here's Lusk on a fast break. And the Goose puts it in off the glass for two. 46-30, Warriors by 16. 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. Okay, Hefner to Maurer. Now to Kastner on the dribble. Kastner ball over his head against Lusk. Kind of a mismatch. Maurer comes up, 15-footer in and out, no good. And the ball is tipped up for two. Makes the score 46-32. 2:40 remaining. Whoa. That was an express pass down underneath. And here's a steal by Donny Madenwald. Gets the ball off to Fridley underneath, and a whistle and a foul as Fridley goes up for the shot. Good hands by Donny Madenwald. And then a good look as he hit the deck. And Matt Fridley will go to the line to shoot a pair. Warriors up 46-32, 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. Matt Fridley at the line to shoot 2. And the first one's on the way. Count it. And count 2. Runs the lead to 16, 48-32. Warriors apply full court pressure. Maurer on the dribble. Ball almost stolen by Lusk. Kastner gets away, dumps it inside. We're going to have a travel called. I think Bush was so surprised to have the ball, he didn't quite know what to do.
Good weak side help by Brent that time.
Warriors are really showing some hustle on D tonight. Okay, Lusk comes down for the Warriors. Off to Brede. Now back to the Goose. Dumps the ball underneath the Brede for the slam! Brent Brede! Good look by Paul Lusk. And Brent Brede for the stuff. 50-32. Warriors' biggest lead of the evening. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs work the ball. Maurer takes the long shot. Gets the ball off to Hefner. Hefner back for 3. No good. Davis with the rebound. Rejected by Brede. Maurer comes away with it. Puts one up in the paint and in for 2. Now Lusk comes back the other way. And he's going to draw a foul from Davis of Waterloo. And Lusk will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. His 4th personal.
I had 4 against him. They only showed 3 on the scoreboard.
And we'll have to send a messenger down there. Okay, Lusk at the line to shoot 1-on-1. First one on the way. Bangs around and through. 51-34. Second one in and out, no good. Ball's batted out of bounds, and it'll go over to the Bulldogs. 1:27 remaining in the third quarter. 51-34. Warriors by 17. Bulldogs work against the press. And they're going to get the 10-second call. Good effort by the Warriors on the press. And Wesclin will get the ball. Inbounded to Lusk, now back to Brede. Brent on the dribble, dumps one cross court to Fridley. Gets it underneath to Brandmeyer. Now to Madenwald to Brede underneath. Oh, good ball movement, and 2 by Brent Brede off the glass.
A couple real nice touch passes there, wasn't it?
There's no defense against that quick kind of pass. Okay, Waterloo manages to get the ball across. Here's Kastner from long distance, no good. Madenwald comes away with it. Gets it off to Brede. Up to Fridley, pops for 3. In and out, no good again. Brede with the rebound, turnaround jumper, good. (55-34), down to 25 seconds remaining in the half. Here's a long one, no good. Loose ball, and it'll come over to the Warriors. Got 20 seconds remaining, and the Warriors will go for 1 as they lead it by 21. Here's Lusk from 16, no good. Madenwald with the rebound off the glass. 2 for Donny Madenwald. And that'll end the third quarter. with the score, Wesclin Warriors 57, Waterloo Bulldogs 34. Warriors seem to pick up the tempo a little bit in the second half of that third quarter.
Well, I think the defense really did it, Tom. We held them to 7 points in that quarter, didn't we? Went to 27 at the half, and it's 34 now. So you're not going to get much better than that on your defense. If you can hold a team to 7 points, that's just outstanding at this level. And once again, the Warriors have exhibited an awful lot of patience out there, going ahead and working through the picks, keeping their hands up, trying to keep them outside, not letting them get too many of those backdoor plays. That was what was keeping Waterloo in the game in the first half, was they run 3 or 4 of those backdoor plays, but they keep working up higher, and then all of a sudden the guy cuts backdoor on you.
And the Warriors being more accustomed to a run and gun style. Okay, we're ready to get underway for the fourth quarter. The Warriors will inbound. Mike Brink to Brent Brede. Now Paul Lusk. Way out on top to Mike Brink. Mike looks inside. Dumps it underneath to Lusk. Has the ball batted away. And Waterloo comes away with it. Okay, Hefner on the dribble, now to Maurer. On the dribble. Nowhere to go, now he gets it off to Hefner. Ball over his head. Now Bush to Weiss. Cross court to Hefner. Underneath the Maurer, turnaround jumper from the baseline, no good. Loose ball, and it'll go back to Waterloo. Good effort by Madenwald. Warriors up 57-34. And the ball is inbounded to Davis, who puts it up off the glass for 2. Okay, Mike Brink cross court to Brent Brede. Baseline to Paul Lusk, has the ball get away. Now turnaround jumper off the glass and 2. Good pass by Brede, and Lusk for 2. 59-36. There's the ball batted away by Brent Brede. He saves it. Ball comes to Paul Lusk. Dumps it off to Mike Brink. Mike pulls it out. Now to Brent Brede for 3. Good!
Good no-look pass by Mike that time.
Mike had the inside shot, thought a little better of it in the taller traffic. Come out to Brede as we have a whistle and a foul on Lusk. I believe that'll be Paul's 3rd. The Warriors have such a tremendously improved passing game over the last year.
It just seems so much more comfortable with each other out there, and everybody's looking for the pass too. They got a lot of good hands out there on the court.
Okay, Weiss hits his first, makes the score 62-37. 6:27 remaining in the ball game. His second one on the way is good also. 62-38. Now Lusk brings the ball down quickly for the Warriors. Drives in, dumps the ball underneath the Brandmeyer, puts it up off the glass and in. Good! Another excellent pass by Paul Lusk as Brandmeyer hits for 2. There's a near steal. Waterloo still controls. Maurer on the dribble against Madenwald. There's Hefner, comes inside, puts the shot up, no good. Brandmeyer with the rebound to Brink. Warriors back quickly. Brent Brede on the alley-oop to Lusk. No good. Brandmeyer comes away with it, gets it off, and no call. And Waterloo comes away with the ball. Coach Lusk not happy with the no call. 5:35 remaining in the game. 64-38, Warriors up. Waterloo with the ball. Weiss out on top now to Hefner. Maurer on the dribble. Spins, passes off to Weiss. Ball over his head. Here's Davis for 3, no good. Brede with the rebound. Shoots one down, ball's picked off by Waterloo. Now Hefner will pull it back out. Puts up about a 10-foot jumper. No good. Lusk, big rebound. Here come the Warriors. 3-on-1. Tremendous pass by Lusk to Brandmeyer. Puts it off the glass and in. He hooked that ball around the defender to get it to Brandmeyer.
Also on the backhand when he did it.
Runs the score to 66-38. 4:45 remaining in the ball game. And we're going to have a whistle. What was the call?
5-second call. No, without advance of the ball.
Okay, that'll send it back to the Warriors once again. Mike Brink to Paul Lusk. Dumps the ball underneath to Matt Fridley. Now to Donny Madenwald. Comes in, puts one up off the glass and in. Count it. And a foul. It's again some excellent passes by the Warriors. And Madenwald to go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. I might add that Matt Fridley made that pass as he was falling out of bounds. 4.5 remaining in the ball game. Madenwald at the line for one. Good. 69-38. Warriors by 31. And Maurer to Hefner. Ball batted away by Madenwald. Takes it in, puts it up off the glass, and two, Donny Madenwald. More good D by the Warriors. 71-38. We're down to 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Hefner works against Brink. Now gets the ball off to Maurer. Drives in, has the ball batted away, but a whistle and a foul, and Donny Madenwald will get the call. That'll send Maurer to the line. Okay, Maurer misses the first. Second attempt on the way. And he connects on that one. 71-39, just under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Mike Brink for the Warriors. Drives in, puts up about a 12-footer. Good, Mike Brink. Just split the defense and popped the short jumper. Okay, Hefner works against Brink on the other end. There's a pass underneath and it goes out of bounds and it'll come back to the Warriors. The Warriors are up by 34, 73-39. 3.5 left in the ball game. Brent Brede on the alley-oop to Lusk, and a stop! Well, you can see that one coming from up here.
Long way off.
Like that.
Bruce really got up on that one, didn't he?
And takes a lot of timing for that play to work. Here's Maurer on the other end, no good. Madenwald with the rebound for the Warriors. Quick outlet to Lusk. Now Lusk on the dribble. Puts one up off the glass. Two! And the Warriors starting to pull away now. 77-39. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Maurer for the Bulldogs. As we're going to have some substitutions for the Warriors. Here's Maurer for two. About a 17-footer, 77-41. Okay, Lusk for three. No good, and Madenwald's going to be called for the foul on the rebound. Okay, help me out, make sure I catch everybody. And the Warriors hit the bench with replacements coming in, and a big round of applause from the fans.
There we got Robbie Wegman, we got Clay Macke, Doug Feldt, Scott Schulte, and Chad Deiters in the game for the Warriors now.
Pretty much the JV squad on the floor right here. And the Bulldogs bring it right at them. Ball comes out on top to Maurer. Drives in, puts up about a 12-foot jumper. Good. 77-43, 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Here's Schulte for the Warriors. Now to Wigman. On the dribble, back to Schulte. Ball over his head. Now to Wigman, comes around to Deiters. Now Schulte. Deiters fakes. Okay, Schulte with a long jumper, no good, loose ball. And it goes out of bounds off a Waterloo player, and the Warriors will retain possession as we run it down to 1:44. Schulte to inbound for the Warriors. Gets it into Wigman. Okay, Schulte gets it into Feldt. Short jumper off the glass and in. Doug Feldt for two. 79-43, 1:30 remaining in the ball game. Waterloo works the ball. Okay, Kastner goes baseline, and he hits the baseline. The ball will come over to the Warriors. Good tight D by Chad Deiters there. Okay, we got just under 1 minute remaining, 79-43. Macke gets the ball into Feldt. Ball's knocked away. And it goes out of bounds and will go over to the Bulldogs. Warriors with a 36-point advantage, 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ball comes inside. Here's a shot partially blocked by Deiters. Feldt comes away with it. Gets it off to Wigman, who brings it down for the Warriors. Now Schulte on the dribble. To Clay Macke, puts up an 18-footer. Boom! Clay Macke for the deuce. (81-43) Warriors down to 15. Here's Kastner for three. No good. Feldt with the rebound for the Warriors. Gets it off to Scott Schulte. We're down to 5. He puts up a long set shot. No good. And there's a buzzer, and that'll end the ball game as the Warriors take it 81-43 over the Waterloo Bulldogs. And we'll have totals and highlights in just a moment from Joe Hoover right after this commercial message. We don't have any commercial messages. Are you ready? Okay, once again, we'll be back here Tuesday night to play Highland. Might want to get here early. We'll have a packed house for sure, as Highland is very likely to bring a big crowd down the road. And then a week from tonight, we will go against Oakville. I think you all remember the last home game we had against Oakville a couple years back. And then the following Tuesday night, we'll begin play in the Nashville tournament. And once again, some pretty well distributed scoring for the Warriors. And Mr. Hoover just about got our totals.
All right, Tom, for the Warriors, I had Lusk with 26, Brede with 19, Brink with 4, Fridley with 7, Brandmeyer with 9, Madenwald with 12, Macke with 2, and Feldt with 2. For the Bulldogs, I got Hefner with 8, Maurer with 14, Weiss with 6, Davis with 7, Bush with 4. And the Warriors put on a little bit of an aerial display again tonight. kind of reminiscent of the Sandoval game up at Vandalia.
Seemed like tonight they were maybe a little more comfortable with it.
Well, what I really like about what the Warriors did tonight, they didn't seem to have the explosive offense there, but at the same time they settled back and just kept working on the defense, and all of a sudden you looked up and they'd slipped out to an 18-point lead. Next time you turn around, they'd slipped out to a 26-point lead. It didn't seem like they were scoring that much, but they were keeping the Bulldogs from scoring. That made such a big difference in the game. And that's how Wesclin, that's the first time I ever saw Wesclin play. That's what I noted about them. It didn't seem like they were doing anything super spectacular, but all of a sudden they're out to a 10, 12, 15, 18-point lead. And that's what these guys do. Once again, you're seeing guys diving after loose balls again.
Well, I think tonight maybe the Warriors tried to work out a few kinks in the offense, whatever, because they seem to be a little bit more deliberate at certain times with a particular goal in mind. And the result is pleasing. And we'll face maybe a little bit tougher Highland squad on Tuesday, who I'm sure will be really after us. And of course, Oakville always is. And we'll be ready and waiting for Oakville, whatever kind of game plan they bring to us this year.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get out to a lead, and then we can dictate to them what they're going to do. So that would be nice.
At any rate, we will be back Tuesday night against, I think it's the Highland Bulldogs also, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we will see you here Tuesday night and Friday night next week.
We'll be seeing y'all.